Hello, tarot viewers. Welcome to our timeless oracle reading. And our oracle card for today belongs to the mediumship training deck. And it is a training for those who are given the gift of being a medium. Usually, these are people who have very deep, clear gifts. Their clear gifts are well developed. And today's card we have is the card that we have for today is Clairvoyance. So it's one of those clear gifts. It's what they say, that when you have that clairvoyance, it's a gift of having a sensitive third eye. But the longer I go in my spiritual journey or personal journey, the more I have this feeling that I think all the clear gifts we already have when we were children. It's just that the training that were given to us as we start to grow older made us slowly forget these gifts. Okay, and there comes a point in our life, especially when we undergo certain crises in life, these gifts are again reawakened. Remember when we were children, or when you watch children, they get to see a lot of things. They get to have this. They would look at a certain pattern, and immediately they will start to find certain stories about it. When you start to look at clear gifts, it's similar as that. No, you just become sensitive to certain things, and when you look at certain things, certain thoughts, or certain visual things are recorded in us. They say that this clear gift, no, you get to see things, but you're not using your physical eyes. But they say they refer to it as the third eye. For me, the more these clear gifts are being developed in us, the more they interplay with each other. And later on, sometimes you no longer notice the difference between a clear audience and a clear voyance. But usually, when a person has a more developed clairvoyant gift, no, usually they get to see images in even in just the ordinary patterns that we encounter in our daily life. Like for example, just looking at the branches and leaves of the trees, they sometimes see something. Uh, Many patterns that we encounter in our daily life become portals to opening ourselves to the message coming from the divine. So sometimes you would see these people who have clairvoyance. When they look at the branches and leaves of the trees, sometimes they see something. Sometimes when they look at the bark of the trees, they see something also. Uh, an ordinary thing, they would just look at it, like for example, even the clouds, no, they get to see things. Diviners are like that also. Sometimes they would just look at the fire, and just looking at the fire, they get to see things. Those who look at the crystal ball, especially if the crystal ball is a natural crystal, they get to see things also in those crystal balls. And scrying materials also, like a crystal ball is a scrying material. These are certain gifts, and when I look at it, it's like when you receive the gift of clairvoyance, you have the ability to see in ordinary things messages coming from the divine. And actually, when you start to develop the gift even deeper, you realize that you have had experiences in your younger years that is quite similar to what you are now experiencing. And in certain sense, I I'm starting to have the feeling that I feel all of us have received the clear gifts when we were young, and that we just tend to forget it as we grow older. I could be wrong, and people can counter that. But when you look at it, children are more sensitive, more intuitive, uh, more welcoming to the messages coming from the divine. And yeah, we often just because yeah, society teaches us like we should be doing this, we should be doing that. Sooner or later, when we try to adapt to the demands of the society, especially by those who are we call consider significant in our lives, we slowly lose it. But the beautiful thing is, it's always there. It's like when you learn how to drive a bicycle, it's there. So when the time comes that the universe would like to open it up in you, you will slowly regain it again. And yeah, it's a very exciting experience to do so. Uh, it's uh, it's like walking under the brightness of the moon, of a full moon, where you can only see up to a certain distance, but as you move forward in your journey, as you deepen in the gifts that the universe is giving you, you find joy in the discovery. You have that spirit of the fool or the dreamer, uh, that everything seems like new, that even the scent of a flower becomes very significant to you. So let us now go to the card that accompanies this, the description that accompanies this card, so that we can gain more insights regarding clairvoyance. Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is the inner sense of seeing. It is when you receive images, pictures, symbols, words, and colors. It is not about seeing in the physical sense with your eyes. It is about using your inner eye, better known as the third eye. When a medium is using their ability of clairvoyance to work with a spirit, the person who has passed will often send visual images to the medium's mind. An experienced medium receiving similar images will be able to interpret them from their own psychic database and often know immediately what they mean. A great way to train and sharpen your clairvoyant ability is to listen to guided meditations using visualization techniques that take you on beautiful journeys in your mind's eye. Spend time outside and notice everything around you, whether it is the deep blueness of the sky or the calming greenness of the grass and trees. Try to notice all the diverse cultures of people, places, and things you are exposed to every day. Many developing mediums want to see clairvoyantly into the spirit world. We believe it is important to start by looking at and noticing your surroundings right here in the physical world. The spirit world can use everything your physical eye records as visual prompts in the future. If you follow this advice, you will be training your eyes and your mind to notice and store more. This practice will greatly assist you in developing your clairvoyant strength. Now, this is what is written in the accompanying description of the card. Now, just one last parting word. Okay, every clear gift is quite personal. Uh, I don't know, but when I look at other people with clear gifts, they have their own way of interpreting the messages. There are different ways of looking at things. It's a very personal thing, and the universe is the one that's going to teach you how to go about it. You can somehow understand how the others are able to use their gifts, but you get to realize that every gift or every person has a unique way of using the gifts that are given by the universe. And I think that what makes it quite beautiful, you know. Uh, there is beauty in variety, okay? And it makes you also feel loved because somehow you realize that the gift that you have is very personal because the way you use it is very personal also. So that's it for now. I hope you were able to gain some insights, some inspirations from it, maybe some clarifications if you are also already undergoing this, receiving already such gifts. You know, I hope you will be able to find some inspiration from it and have the courage. You know, it's an exciting journey, so just enjoy and marvel at the experience. Okay, so I hope to see you again in our next videos. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Until next time, may God continue to bless your ways.